Welcome to Salento with Love. I'm Davide Mengoli, and what a corner of paradise. Today, it was supposed to be a relaxing day by the coastline here of Salento. And then I thought, what a fantastic opportunity to share one of the best location that you can find in Salento. I'm walking towards one of the symbols of Salento, which is La Torre del Serpente, the Tower of the Snake. Now let's go there, walk together and see what makes this stretch of the coastline right opposite the Balkans. Yes, the mountains in the background that you can hardly see today because it's a hot day, just there in the background, creating what is also known the Channel of Otranto, the narrowest point between Albania, the Balkans and Italy. Let's walk to the tower and then I'll tell you everything about this stretch of coastline. And here we have the beautiful Torre del Serpente. But now, why is this beautiful tower, which literally is a lighthouse built by the Romans, it's called Tower or Torre del Serpente? Interesting. Two legends, you could choose whatever one you like the most, but the first one, it's quite interesting. Apparently there was a big snake coming out of the dark waters every night, coming into the tower and turning off by drinking all the oil, the light of the lighthouse. Well, the people from Otranto, I'm going to show you where Otranto is, got so upset that one day they actually managed to get the snake, this huge beast, and they killed it. Well, the partner of the snake wasn't really happy. So what did he do? He came out of the water, wrapped itself around the tower and crashed it. That's legend number one. Legend number two, round about the year 1480, the Turkish were attacking this coastline. This was happening all the time. Mamali Turki! They were shouting every time the Turkish were getting closer to our coastlines. So the snake saw the boats coming. It was a dark night. The only thing that was attracting them to the beautiful city of Otranto, look, just over there, the only thing that would allow them to dock here was the lighthouse. The snake, very clever. Snakes have always been clever. Yeah, well, he comes out of the water, drinks the oil, just like the other one. But this is another snake, another legend, another snake. Did I say steak? I don't eat meat. This is another snake, yes. Comes out, drinks the oil, lights goes off, they're all gone mad. Where are we gonna go? We can't see the coastline anymore. So what do? They get really lost at sea, change route, and they end up in the city of Brindisi. Yes, we like them anyway. They're in Brindisi, we're in Lecce, but that's all right. And that's where they actually arrived and attacked the city. Well, Otranto still was attacked in the 1480s by the Turkish. This time the snake couldn't do anything to help them. But now, which legend do you like? Legend number one or legend number two? Well, it doesn't matter. What it does matter is that this beautiful landmark, thousands of years later, thousands, I mean, this was built by the Roman in 1290. It was actually refurbished. It was restored by Federico II. Yes, in 1290. Incredible. So this was done 2,000 years ago by the Romans, and it's still here, dominating the hillside of this beautiful part of the countryside. But this path, which I've just finished doing, comes all the way from a beautiful bay which is called Le Orte, all the way down to Otranto. So if you visit Salento, well, make sure you either have a bicycle or you walk. I've just come across some fantastic guys walking along here. It's taken me about 40 minutes to walk from Le Orte to here. I could carry on walking, but I better head back because I want to share with you really part of these coastlines and what makes it really, really special. And things not to forget to pack: some good shoes. Yeah, not like me with flip-flops today, but it's one of those days. And a mask, a snorkeling kit, because if you got your snorkeling gear, then oh, this is magic. Part of the areas here are full of fresh water springs and underwater, obviously, and you know, fishes love that, a little bit of fresh water. Yeah, especially with this hot heat. And they come here, and it's incredible. As I'm walking away, this tower here dominating this beautiful top hill here in Salento. So let's walk back to the Orte and enjoy this barren and at the same time majestic landscape, meeting the beautiful Adriatic Sea. So as I'm walking on the edge of this extraordinary coastlines, I wonder, why Salento? And well, no wonders, because you can imagine when they were arriving here, they found the flat land. They didn't have any mountains to come across. They didn't have difficulties. The soil red, right on the other side of the water, of the sea, red soil. And you know that red soil means very fertile. So they had the sea where they could fish, and at the same time they had the fertile land where they could plant things. And obviously one of the things that they did plant was a lot of vineyards. Well, the Greek did it first, and the Romans definitely knew how to do commerce with it and selling it and shipping it all over the empire. So the red wine, all the wine from Salento, became really the wine in the Roman Empire. And look at this beautiful backdrop here, blue waters, all this way from Otranto, if you look at the map, to Santa Maria di Leuca, which is where Italy ends. It's mainly a rocky formation, a little bit like the Amalfi Coast, these beautiful cliffs dropping into the sea. Some of them limescale, not in this case, really solid rock. And in beautiful areas they've created some caves that you can snorkel and you can go in. It's just a magic place to be. Where on the other side we got some of the most amazing beaches. But even here from Otranto going north, we got the beautiful Baia dei Turchi, the Alimini, Torre dell'Orso, and some amazing beaches that attract thousands of people every year. Well, you could come over, enjoy the sea, and at the same time make sure you connect with the history of a place, because that is the one way of creating the legacy of your journey. And as we walk the trail, elements of history going through all the different periods. In the background, one of the towers built round about the 14th or the 15th century, and then later on, Second World War. Then we have shelters that were built. We have one there, we have another 3 over there, underground shelters, which gave the troops the opportunity to look out and see what was happening in the background. So incredible. For centuries this part of the coastline was always under attack, going from the lighthouse that was attacked by the snake, then by the Turkish, and then by the Germans. Everybody had a little go. And as I turn around, the beautiful Baia delle Orte in the background. Why is it called Baia delle Orte? Well, let's go there. And as you walk on these trails, it's incredible what you find. Another one of these shelters from the Second World War. Have you ever seen one really close? Look, we're just going to go down and venture inside. Let's hope we don't find some creatures in there waiting for us. Probably the partner of the big snake that's still alive, probably floating around. Let's see what's inside. Well, you know me, I gotta go in. You've probably seen enough of the videos of floating around. Let's go in. This is incredible. There's so many of this. These are like some kind of bees that they make this this nest with the red soil, and then imagine building this here. Wow. Well, it must have been hard for people to be in here, and we are inside. You can hardly stand up. Sound, it's incredible. Imagine being here with your partner and at the same time looking out. Wow, I'm going to turn the camera around. I want you to see what it's like. And the hole in the middle of it that you're going to see, this is probably where that big machine gun was mounted into the ground with a post all the way, and then overlooking, waiting for those big German ship or wherever he was, I don't know, the Americans, I don't know, coming over. Incredible. Wow. This is just so surreal. Are you ready? Probably this was covered with vegetation, making sure that it was totally protected. Baia delle Orte in the background. Look at the hole in the ground here. I don't know what this was for, but probably the back of the machine gun probably was there with the munition. Somebody probably can write in the comment to tell me what's the hole there for. And also another one over there. Probably to store munition, probably in those big metal cases. Absolutely fantastic. Still reminding us of an incredible past. Now let's get out. And as you come out, I love the vegetation. You see this? These are wild asparagus. They grow everywhere in Salento, and this is wild oregano. If you come over to Salento, make sure you come out with me on a day. You get to see and feel the herbs and the smells and all these beautiful things that make Salento such a magic place. Yeah, I think we must end and continue. I just wonder actually before I go away what this was, because I'm sure this was probably covered in vegetation, so they couldn't see where the shots were coming from. But at the same time, they've dug this big massive hole here. This was probably covered, and it was probably a place to keep the troops in. And there is a channel coming across here. Very, very interesting. Full of wild and beautiful vegetation wherever I look. From the smell of oregano on my hands. Look, it's here. Oh, it's beautiful. It's everywhere, and the asparagus growing wild everywhere. Now I need to find my path to go in that direction. Let's go and find it. And you're probably thinking, Davide, how do I do all of these beautiful things? Well, today was just supposed to be, and in fact it is, a wonderful day by the sea with a fantastic lunch, a bit of wine, and I've managed to do this as well, which is incredible. How? Well, beautiful place. You go to Orte, O-R-T-E, and there is an incredible car park there. You leave your car there all day for €3, and then you get a little shuttle for €1 that drops you down into the bay. Once you're there, you are in paradise, and I'm going to share that paradise with you. And there are probably just a few videos that I did when I arrived today when the sun was shining, which you can find on my Instagram profile. But if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel and just press on that little bell to get advised. And it's nice to see people just going back after a wonderful day in the Baia delle Orte. But why is it called Baia delle Orte? I still haven't shared that. Stay to the end of the video. I'll tell you why. Nothing exciting, but it's good to know. And also you will see in the distance the easternmost point of the whole Italian peninsula here just by Baia delle Orte. So I'll point that out. Stay to the end of the video and just make sure that you subscribe to the channel. What can I tell you apart from the fact that this is majestic? The landscape here meeting this magic part of Salento. Can you see the sun in the background is setting just in the back over there? So if you were on the other side of Salento, say for example in Gallipoli, now in probably about less than an hour you'll be witnessing the most incredible sunset. But over here, well, Baia delle Orte, Bay of le Orte. But it takes his name, and here we are, from Ortor, which is the name from where, or the place from where the sun rises. Yes, so if you're here early in the morning, if you're an early riser, you come here and you can enjoy one of the most incredible sunrises. So this is where it takes the name. It must have been a place for people to maybe bring their animals here or anything else, I'm not sure. And so he took that name hundreds of years ago, Ortor. And today, my phone is ringing. That's not very good, is it? My maintenance guy, I told him today it's my day off. So I will reply in a minute. But it's probably something to do with your property. But never mind. What's important is that you are in the most incredible place, and I'll sharing that with you. And if you are here in Salento, definitely a place to explore. Make sure you put your historian cap on, because the sea in the background is absolutely amazing, full of incredible elements that bring back the history of the Romans crashing into this sea, the Turkish crashing into this bay, and you can find all of those elements when you got your mask and you're snorkeling in this area. And then the most beautiful and majestic countryside all the way around. Now, I also did say to you that I was going to share with you the eastern point of the Italian peninsula. And yes, on the background over there we have a lighthouse. I'm up pointing it now, probably just over there. That is called Faro della Palascia. That is the far eastern point of the Italian peninsula. Now, isn't that amazing? If you look at the whole of the Italian map, that piece there is stretching out and it's saying, I'm here, I'm Salento. Yes, that is Faro della Palascia. Now, I think after sharing this amazing video with you, I would like to share this beautiful landscape and then show you why it's good to come here for la dolce vita. And the sun is about to set, and how can you finish a day in Salento without an Aperol Spritz? You got to. And actually, I got to drink this before it gets watered down by the ice. So all I would like to say to you is, first of all, subscribe to the channel, visit Salento, and enjoy life and stay safe wherever you are.